It's with a heavy heart that I do this video of little Gioser Feliz. 9-year-old boy, parents take him, or his father takes him on vacation for spring break to the Dominican Republic. They land, they leave the airport. Minutes later, someone shoots. Someone who don't know how to act or didn't know how to control his free will and shoots and hit this 9-year-old boy from the Bronx who had nothing to do with nothing.
New information now on a tragic story of a vacation gone horribly wrong. A 9-year-old boy from the Bronx killed in the Dominican Republic just minutes after he landed with his dad. Now, police believe a close family friend who tried to console that grieving father was actually one of the people behind the shooting. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles with the latest.
For what we know, he went to a vacation with his family for 5 days. He was not expected to something was going to happen like that for somebody that he knows for so long.
It's spring break, and this is a picture of a doting father and son at JFK Airport awaiting departure to the Dominican Republic for 5 days. But just 30 minutes into his trip, 9-year-old Gioser Luis Feliz was shot in the head and was killed.
Remember, when you go to a vacation, you're going to spend money. So whoever's over there, they don't know if you carry $100 or you carry thousands of dollars. So they're trying to rob you to find out where you had on.
The family says one of the father's best friends, Tomas Peña Morel, set him up to get robbed upon arrival in DR.
He was the one helping him out to go to the hospital. He was on the surgery for the kid. He was the one went back to the father and told him, yeah, he passed away, so sorry, crying.
There are 11 people in custody. 6 men have been arrested and charged in connection to the attempted robbery and murder, and 5 women are being detained and questioned. Investigators say when the 32-year-old father, son, and girlfriend left the airport in Santiago, they were followed by men driving who flashed their guns trying to force them to pull over. Instead, the driver sped up to try to get away. That's when the suspect started shooting. His father said, "I just looked back and saw my son bleeding out." After the arrest, the president of the Dominican Republic tweeted, "I have been following up on the case," and said now justice must be ensured in the courts.
It was his son was on vacation, so he trying to spend time with his son, like he trying to for the second time bring him to the yard, and he wanna take the kid to his mom.
This was Gioser's second time in the DR and would have only been the second time to ever see his grandmother. There was a wake in the DR for him on Friday, and there will be a funeral for him in the Bronx sometime next week. As for the suspects, the family says the close friend of the father, Tomas Peña Morel, actually played both sides. While setting up the robbery, on the other side, he was consoling the father for the first 24 hours after the murder, and it was only when the father went to the police station to get an update on the investigation that Peña Morel was arrested.
Now, his father, the story sounds a little fishy to me. The father had a best friend, and according to the authorities, they saying that the best friend set him up. A lot of people always say, yo, you got to pay attention to your friends. Sometimes you got to pay more attention to your best friends. There's 2 different peoples that is around you, your friends and your family. I choose my family. Everybody I'm around, I consider family. This story really broke my heart because I always think about my kids when I see a kid just get killed like this, right? Whatever the dad was mixed in with, this is the result. Like I said, the story sounds fishy to me. Because you go to DR, and it's almost normal that somebody know that you flying, you post on Instagram, you get there, you get robbed. There's a lot of hungry people in this world, man. But the more you put it out there, the higher the risk of getting got. I personally take trips all over the world. I never even put where I'm at. Not because I'm famous or a celebrity, but nobody got to know that. In this time in the world, there's so much hate. That is incredible. It's insane. The hate that Satan has been putting on everybody's heart. And sometimes you hate without even knowing. The casualty here is a 9-year-old boy who didn't know what happened. He ends up dead. My prayers, my heart goes out to the family of this young kid who just thought that probably after the plane ride he was going to jump in the pool. I applaud the Dominican Republic authorities in that Santiago area that they were able to get to it fast. I read that I think the 6 suspects, it was a plot. If you're a parent and you into things that are not right, leave your kids at home. Let them go on vacation with their grandmother or their mothers. Because you walking with that kid makes him a target immediately. So to Gioser, I hope you laying in the hands of God. And I'm sorry that this had to happen to you on your spring break. The tender age of 9 was just wiped away just like that because of your father's friends. I hope and pray that God could put some peace in your mother's heart, because at the end of the day, your father put you in harm's way. And his best friend, I hope he rots in jail. And everybody else who was involved in this heinous crime. I hate coming on YouTube and making these sad stories. But when these kids die like that, I have to voice my opinion. And I have to let you know how I feel. Don't forget to, if you like the words and you find it interesting, subscribe, hit that like button, and follow the truth. Peace and love, everybody. And as I always say, pay attention to everybody around you. And go in peace.
I got so much on my mind, but living life is just what it is. We'll keep trying till we get it right. So listen clear to what the message is.